Hey everybody, welcome back to Rewind Gen X podcast with Matt and Allie. I'm Matt.
And I'm Allie.
And today we're continuing with our, I don't know, what are we calling this whole month?
I guess our Halloween-ish kind of spooky theme.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We haven't really come up with an actual name for it, but bottom line is for the month of October, we have 5 Fridays. We're going to do a scary or Halloween themed movie each Friday. Last week we did Jaws, which was our monster movie, if you will. And I think today we're going to do our vampire movie with The Lost Boys, a classic 80s flick.
Very 80s.
Very 80s, especially the outfits. Oh,
and I mean, it's very neon and bright and like the whole boardwalk and everything. It's very 80s.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's not too far off of how it actually really was, especially out in California.
The acting, I feel, is a little 80s too, kind of like cheese a little bit, you know.
A little bit, but enjoyable.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good acting.
Dad.
You know where Hudson's Bluff is? I can't beat your bike. You just have to try and keep up. How far are you willing to go, Michael? Yes, first. How are those maggots? Drink some of this, Michael.
Don't. It's blood.
Michael. Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are.
Help me! Stay back! Stay back! Help me! My own brother, a vampire. You wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
Yeah, and on that note, do you want to just jump into our grades for The Lost Boys?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I gave this an A-. So while I do enjoy this movie, I think it's like pretty good. It's not one that like sticks out to me a lot, and I did have like a couple small things here and there that I had some problems with, which I will get into more later. I'll get into when we actually talk about the movie. But it's a good movie. It's very 80s. I like most of the actors. Just not fantastic.
Okay. We're pretty close. I give it a B+.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really, a B+?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's right along the same line as Goonies. It's very, very memorable. It's very part of the whole, the whole cultural geizheit, or what's the word?
I don't know. What do you mean? Like the pop culture of the 80s?
Yeah, but there's a word that starts with a G that I'm like failing on. Geizheit, I think, is something like that.
I don't know.
I would say we'll edit that part out, but no, we're not gonna. I'm just kind of dumb. So it probably shows through anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, it's just part of the whole 80s culture, the whole, it's a memorable movie that I know I loved as a child, and I still liked it. I really, I thoroughly enjoyed myself watching the movie. Like you said, there are problems with it, but that's why it's not an A.
Right.
But not big enough that I wouldn't rewatch it again.
Yeah, no, I would definitely rewatch it.
Yeah, or recommend it. I remember being excited to show you when once I realized you were, old enough to be able to handle that kind of a movie. I thought, oh, she's gonna love this. And
yeah, and I did. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, there's just a couple things that make it, not like an A+ or an A.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to just go over the cast real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we're just gonna speed up casting call a little bit and probably not spend as much time into it in that as we have been. So we'll do our best to try to get through that in a quicker manner. Okay. Casting call. Okay. So we're going to start with Jason Patric, who is the older brother, Michael Emerson. Jason Patric, he to me, he's a very boring actor.
I don't really think I've seen him in much besides this.
He's not in much. He's
he's
a good-looking dude, and he can act, but there's just nothing about him that's like
didn't have a problem with his acting.
To me, this is his best movie. Like, he looks
Okay.
super cool in this movie. He does look
Yes.
very cool. And yeah, I mean, so before The Lost Boys, he did something called Solar Babies. He was in something called The Beast. So I'm just going to go through a lot of Rush was like he played a detective in the 91 film Rush with Jennifer Jason Leigh. I know drugs are involved. I didn't see it. Geronimo. He was in Speed 2 Cruise Control, which was just garbage. We will get to Speed 1 in this podcast early next year.
Soon enough.
Yeah, I've already even had the AI make the thumbnail for it because I can't wait to do Speed. It's a great flick, but Speed 2 should not have ever been made. He kind of replaces Keanu in that one, and not great. He was in The Alamo, The Losers, The Outsider. He's just, nothing of these really stick out.
The Outsiders?
Lost and Found,
Or like,
different one.
oh.
Yeah, The Vanished. He's still acting in 2024.
Really?
He did Terrifier 3 and
that's
more.
a good movie. I didn't remember him in it. But
Terrifier. Oh, that's that crazy clown.
it's like a thriller movie.
Not for me. I can't believe you and your friends watch that garbage. All right. Anyway,
It's fun.
whatever. I did a lot worse as a kid. I can't really talk much. Okay, so Corey Haim. He actually passed away in 2010. Very, very sadly, in his 30s. A lot of people assumed it was drugs because he did have a lot of problem with drugs, but it actually wound up being, I think, the pulmonary embolism was the
Lungs.
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
what is an embolism?
It's like a blood clot, but a pulmonary embolism, it's when it's in your lungs.
Right, I know.
Yeah.
Pulmonary.
Yeah. And so in order to diagnose a pulmonary embolism, you do a blood work called the D-dimer. And if the D-dimer is elevated, we'll do something called a CTA or CT angio. Okay. Anyway.
That's Matthew.
Anyway, it's usually fixed with blood thinners and treated with blood thinners. If you have a PE, as we call it, you get admitted and you get blood thinners, and that's pretty much the fix. But if it's left undiagnosed, it can kill
Probably
you.
will.
Yeah, kill you. So it. It says he died of pneumonia, but I do remember reading the coronary report. It was also pulmonary embolism, I believe.
Gotcha.
So anyway,
sad.
very sad. We'll get to
But
his.
he was part of the iconic Corys.
Yeah, the two Coreys for sure. He was in something called Firstborn. I know my brother liked that movie. I never saw it. Silver Bullet, I did like. That was based on a Stephen King book called Cycle of the Werewolf. He's the kid in that. He was in a movie called Lucas with Charlie Sheen. I saw it once a very long time ago. I remember him being good in it. He's great in The Lost Boys. I think he's excellent in this, quite frankly. And this is what sparked the whole two Corey's movies. He did The Lost Boys, License to Drive with the other with Feldman. They did Dream a Little Dream together. And I think that might be it. Prayer for the Roller Boys. I don't think Feldman was in that one. I think Blown Away, they did that one
They did
together.
together?
Yeah, as well, with Nicole Eggert, and it's a pretty terrible movie.
Is this the movie that they kind of met on?
This is the movie they met on. They both actually tried out for Goonies, but only Feldman got the role.
Right. But then I heard that Haim got the role for something else.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Haim?
Haim?
Corey Haim.
I thought it was Corey Haim.
Pretty sure it's Haim. So, anyway.
You would know.
Yeah, so he did a lot of B movies after that. His career took a real nosedive.
He was in another Lost Boys? The Tribe.
I don't think
I've
he's...
never seen that.
I don't think he might have a cameo in it.
Oh, maybe it's a documentary.
No. Corey Feldman, I have it on DVD. It's pretty bad. I know Corey Feldman is in it.
Oh, he plays the same
Oh, I think he has a real quick cameo at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, at the very end he has a quick cameo. But, yeah, not a great flick. But there you go, Corey Haim, a lot of trouble, very troubled young man. And
Sad.
yeah, very sad indeed. We're going to move on to Diane Wiest. She is a very, very popular actress, especially in the 80s. She was in Hannah and Her Sisters, a Woody Allen film. She was in Bullets Over Broadway, both directed by Woody Allen, actually. She was in Parenthood. She's great in that. Radio Days, Footloose. She's the mom in Footloose.
I never seen that. We have to watch that.
We will. Purple Rose of Cairo, September. Bright Lakes Big City, Edward Scissorhands. She's always playing a mom. She's
I've
a mom.
never seen that either.
Well, that I've already made the thumbnail for as
Oh,
well.
yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that next year, and I think I made thumbnails already for the first half of next year. But we are we'll go ahead and announce it now.
Yeah, well,
we're gonna go down to
to
once every 2 weeks
Right.
instead of every week. We're gonna keep going once a week until January 2nd.
That's what we're gonna be the episode that starts every 2 weeks.
Yeah, and then we'll do it every 2 weeks. Mostly because I don't want to overwhelm this one.
Yeah.
She
I
works.
have a lot on my plate. I have
She does.
a job. I have school. I'm taking a lot of college classes.
Extracurriculars.
So-
She's killing it, folks. She's killing it. She's doing really good. And I want her to continue to do really good. And so, and plus, see, this is really fun for us. You know, we,
Yeah,
we have a good
we love
time
doing
doing
this.
this. It gives us a chance to bond and spend time together.
Right.
And I don't want it to ever become a burden for her. So yeah, so at the beginning, this first few months, we're definitely psyched about it. We were just like, we're jumping in feet
Jamming
first,
in,
and
filming
we're
a lot,
so excited to do like 5 Halloween movies, and then like
Right.
4 or 5 Christmas movies, and a Thanksgiving. We're so excited to do all that, but like we do realize at some point we got to pump the brakes.
Right.
And
It
so,
is a lot
Yeah,
to film, edit, set up, you know.
it is. It is.
Watch movies together, find
Yeah.
time for that.
Yeah, we're both very
So,
busy. You
right.
know, I serve a lot at church. I
You
serve
have a
like
job, obviously.
I serve
it's very
on,
full time.
for about 4 hours on Sundays. I serve again for another 2 hours on Wednesday nights for
Right.
youth group.
So
Full-time job at the VA.
it is our time is
yeah.
very limited.
Yeah.
So when we get to film and watch movies, you know, we're very grateful for that, and you know.
So yeah, again, we don't want this to become a burden. So we will go down to about every 2 weeks starting next year. And you know, who knows? Maybe like during the summer, maybe
We'll go back to-
we'll
I
do
think
it
that's a
once.
good idea.
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah.
like once a week for a couple months
Right.
if we're able.
If we're able to, yeah.
But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving right along, we have. You want to do Corey Feldman?
Sure.
So
love
yeah,
Corey
we're
Feldman.
past Diane Weiss. She was also in The Mule.
I haven't
She's still
heard
making a
of
lot of good movies. I just saw her in Only Murders in the Building, the season
you love that show.
4 or 5, whatever it's up to now. I think it's up to 5 already. But yeah,
I
she
think
was
the
she was in
last
that.
most recent season was just released.
Yeah, I think that's 5. That's the one I'm talking about. She's in it. I'm not even caught up with it. I think I only saw the first 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay.
But she's in that. So she's still great actress, still working. Now, why don't you hit up Mr. Corey Feldman?
So he plays Edgar Frog, is that wrong?
Yeah, Edgar Frog. I
so
personally think he's good in this. I think
He's so good in Goonies, which is
His-
what I know him most from.
this was the last good movie I think he was in. Like
Really?
he's great in Goonies. He was my MVP, I think.
Yeah, he was.
He was excellent in Stand By Me.
I haven't seen. We're gonna watch that one.
Yeah.
It's on our list. So we're doing it.
We'll
yeah.
do it sometime next year. And then he
Oh wait, what happened?
is really good in this. He's fun in this. And then I don't know. I think his career his career took a turn and his acting took a turn. I think he got like this obsession with Michael Jackson and wanted to dress like him all the time, and it was just so weird. Even in the movie Dream a Little Dream, he's like dressed like Michael Jackson. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Maybe he actually became friends with Michael Jackson. So.
I know. I remember that. And then
Yeah, he got very eccentric, we'll say. And,
but he seems to be doing all right now. He's on the that- I don't know,
Dancing with the Stars. you said,
Dancing with the
right?
Stars, that's what it is, yeah.
I wish him the best.
so he's kind of coming back. Just trying to do his best.
Live his life.
So his first movie is Time After Time. It was in 1979. The Fox and the Hound. He was a voice actor. He was in Friday the 13th. It was like one of the last ones, I believe, the final chapter. Another Friday the 13th. He was in Gremlins, which I didn't know.
That's right. Yeah.
I
Small
still
role.
love that movie.
Small role.
I don't remember him in it. And then The Goonies, which he was so good. Mouth really was like the funniest character. Stand By Me and The Lost Boys. Those 3 in a row, and then License to Drive. Wow, that's a really good like lineup.
Yeah.
Then he was in something called The Burbs, and then Dream a Little Dream. So you think he wasn't good in Dream a Little Dream?
He's okay, but like I said, he's dressing like Michael Jackson in the movie. And
Right.
It's just weird. He even does a whole dance in the movie like Michael Jackson. I'm thinking to myself, there's no way this was like in the original script. He must have been like, I want to do this here thing, and and they were like, all right, Corey, whatever you want, there you go, because he and the other Corey were like the stars of the movie. And they were the selling a lot of Teen Beat magazines back then, and so the director probably gave him a lot of leeway.
Then he did a couple of voice acting things, like in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's right. Yeah.
Not a lot. He was in National Lampoon's. I haven't heard of this one. Loaded Weapon 1.
Yeah,
I don't know. I haven't
It's
heard
okay.
of that.
It's Emilio Estevez is the main character. It's like a spoof of Lethal Weapon. But
Yeah.
you can stop there because everything else was like
Just a couple
just
voice
B
acting
just
things
B
and
movies after
nothing
this.
else ever. Dream a Little Dream 2, which
Yeah.
maybe you've seen. I don't know.
I have not, and I don't care to.
After that, kind of.
I'm going to
plummeted.
skip over Bernard Hughes as Grandpa, and I'm also going to skip over Edward Herman as
Really?
Max. All right, we'll do them real quick.
Well,
Bernard
I mean,
Hughes.
it's just because Max is like.
Okay, Bernard Hughes Grandpa, because the Grandpa's great in the movie. I loved him in it, but yeah, his selected filmography. We'll just do it real quick.
Okay, all right.
I'm just going to only hit up. So he was in Hamlet, Dark Shadow. Oh, he's in Dark Shadows. Okay.
Dark Shadow.
Yeah. Let's see. Hawaii Five-0. He did TV work.
I've heard of Hawaii Five-0.
Yeah, it was an old TV show. Okay, Doc Hollywood. That was a fun movie with Michael J.
Sister
Fox. Sister Act.
2.
And okay, 2. The Odd Couple 2. That's it. Cradle Will Rock. That was his
really
last
hasn't
movie.
done much.
And he died probably.
Really?
He's old in this.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
2006. he
Okay,
died, yeah.
2000. But he stopped making movies in 1999.
He did. And then Edward Herman as, what was his name in this?
Max?
Max.
Yeah.
Thank you. So yeah, Great
I don't
Waldo,
know.
Pepper, The Paper Chase, The Great Gatsby.
Okay.
This is all old stuff. The Purple Rose of Cairo.
Wait,
Okay.
not the one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, different
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, he was in. Oh, okay. I thought he was in Big. No, he's in Big Business. Yeah. The 1995 film Nixon. He plays Nelson Rockefeller. It's about.
Yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, it's not a great.
It's the only thing I've seen him
It's
in.
not a great filmography,
No.
and I don't think he really stood out in this one either. So.
No, not really.
No. So we're going to skip over all the other vampires with the exception of, real quick, we'll just note that Alexander Winter, who's Marco, he was also Bill and Bill and Ted. And
Oh, okay,
that's
awesome.
about all he's done, really. I mean,
Yeah, that's what I would know him from.
That's of note, at least.
Yeah.
The Bill and Ted 3 movies, the trilogy. Kiefer Sutherland, who is my absolute MVP of this movie.
Of this movie?
Oh
Okay.
my God, yeah.
Completely
He was
understandable.
So
So
great.
good.
His presence in this movie is
I believe I made a note about like this character because it's just
he is simultaneously super cool and scary at the same time.
Yes.
Like,
And I love that. I love it. It's
and he's
so
he's
good.
he's a lot like this, but not a vampire, just a regular human. And Stand By Me.
Okay.
He's like the villain.
Who is
in
he? Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the bully in Stand By Me.
Gotcha.
Like he's like the head of the greasers, you know.
Uh-huh.
He's pretty
Right.
mean dude in that. He plays a good bad guy. He
Yeah.
really does.
I loved him as I
Yeah.
mean obviously you're not supposed to love the villains, but
Yeah.
like sometimes I love
great.
him. He's so good.
Yeah, he's a good bad boy. So he's in Max Dugan Returns, The Baby Boy at Close Range, boom, Stand By Me. Crazy Moon, Promised Land, boom, The Lost Boys. The Killing Time, Don't Know It, Bright Lights, Big City, Never Saw It. Young Guns, he's great in that. He's actually he's a good guy in that.
I haven't watched that one.
It's wonderful. I know I kept trying to get you to watch it.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I have.
All right, I'll
I kept
watch
trying to
that.
get you to watch Young Guns and Tombstone, the 2 westerns I know that you won't hate. Every other western you'll probably hate.
Alright, fine. I'll
Anyway,
watch it. I'll watch it.
Yeah, and he's great in
Eventually.
that. 1969, Renegades, Young Guns 2, Flatliners. Not a bad movie. They tried to reboot it a few years ago with Ellen Page.
I don't know who that is.
She's now Elliot Page, or he's now Elliot Page. Yeah, whatever.
They
They transitioned.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's still Ellen Page when she made this movie, that movie.
Okay.
She's also in Juno. You ever saw Juno?
No.
No. Anyway, she's a very good actress. So I'm not going to even get into the whole thing. You know, I just
Confusing.
I just hope she's happy. That's all I
Yeah.
can say. He's happy. Sorry. Flatliners, Chicago Joe and the Showgirl, The Nutcracker Prince, Flashback, Twin Peaks,
I
Firewalk
don't know
with
any
Me.
of these.
The Vanishing. That's a good flick. Vanishing. Jeff Bridges is in that, and Sandra Bullock, and
Oh.
very good. He's actually not the bad guy in that. The Three Musketeers in 1993. I love this movie. It's a Disney Three Musketeers movie. It's not Academy Award theater, but it's a lot of fun. And I love the Three Musketeers. I think
Yeah.
I mentioned it before. I read all the books.
Yeah, you did.
And I even read a bunch of the books that they wrote, like in this century, or maybe like the late 20th century. Like another author did a bunch of like original stories that were like
Right.
interwoven in between the timeline of the 3 books.
Okay.
And I read all those too. This
Yeah,
is
you love it?
Yeah, I love it. They're fun. And this is a
I
good
haven't seen
version.
it. Is he good in it?
He's good in it. It's him and Charlie Sheen
Oh, I've heard.
and
Charlie
Chris
Sheen.
O'Donnell, who is
Okay.
like Robin in the Batman and Robin movies,
Okay.
and what's his name as Portho, the heavyset guy, Oliver Platt. He was great in it too. Good, fun movie.
Yeah.
And so A Time to Kill, he's excellent in A Time to Kill. He's excellent in, what do you call, where is it? I'm looking for it. Oh, I must have passed right by it.
Where?
Hold on, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is it? Oh my God. How is it not? Oh, there it is. A Few Good Men. He's got a small role in A Few Good Men, but it's, he's nutting. Yeah,
What does he play?
He plays a Marine who is like real, like super ultra right wing. Like he gives the great line in the movie, which we've used at the VA a number of times. It's a funny line where Tom Cruise is a lawyer, and he's like trying to interview everybody about a murder case, and Kiefer Sutherland is one of the guys he's got to interview, and Kiefer Sutherland is like giving him a real hard time, like being rude to him.
Okay.
And he says, Tom Cruise is like, have I said something to offend you? And he goes, oh no, I love you Navy boys. Whenever there's a fight, you guys give us a ride.
So mean.
It's a good line though.
So disrespectful to
I know.
No, most
it's a
people
good
make
line.
fun of the Marines.
I mean, the Marines is the toughest. I was in the Army, but I can honestly say I have buddies that went through Marines basic training, and it's like it was very much like Army basic training, but like 4 extra weeks of like a lot of Navy water stuff.
I
Yeah,
had, like,
because they have to like basically combine Navy basic training and Army basic training, and it's like 12 weeks, and it is.
Wow, I thought the Marines was like the least.
No, it's the toughest. That's why there's a movie called The Marine, with John Cena. And
Never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, like if you want to get to just like, if you want to get to like the baddest of the bads, I'm pretty sure it goes like Navy SEALs, who are Navy people, but they go through BUDS training, and they're like the best of the best. It goes Navy SEALs, then it goes Army Special Forces, which is the Green Berets, Rambo.
Okay.
Army Rangers, usually airborne Rangers, and then the Marines.
Okay.
And the Marines they're all the same. Like so all those other 3 things, they're like elite groups in the Army or elite groups in the Navy. And I think the Air Force also has an elite group. I don't remember what they're called. But then the Marines, the whole branch is like elite. They all go through very hard, difficult basic training, and they're very proud of being Marines, and as well they should be. They should be proud. Another joke that we have in the hospital with the Marines is they don't like whenever, because I do IVs all day long in the ER, and the Marines, usually it's Marines that hate getting the IVs. They're like scared to get the needles. And I made the joke. I said most of these Marines would rather take a bullet than an IV needle.
Yeah.
Like they'll stand in front of a live fire, but they don't want to get a needle in their arm.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, no, the Marines are badasses for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving right along.
Who else we have in casting hall?
Okay, let's see. So we got Kiefer there.
Oh, and then the other frog brother.
Yeah, he has done nothing.
I don't know who
Jameson
he
Newlander, I know nothing of him. He did Lost Boys, and then he did Lost Boys: The Thirst in 2010. And he did Lost Boys: The Tribe in 2008. He's done nothing. Yeah, he's done nothing. Then finally, we've actually done this one before. Jamie Gertz, we did her when we did 16 Candles.
Yeah.
But since not that many people watch 16 Candles, our podcast, maybe we'll just do a quick one again. She was in Crossroads, Quicksilver, Less Than Zero, The Lost Boys, Square Pegs, Twister, Still Standing, and The Neighbors. And she, I believe I did mention this last time, is married to Tony Resler, who is
tennis player?
No, he's a billionaire. You're thinking of the girl from Billy Madison. She married Andre Agassi.
I got
this one married a billionaire. Their estimated net worth is $11.3 billion,
Holy crap.
and they're still married. So yeah, so she doesn't need to work. She does still work sometimes because she's an actress, she's an artist, and it's in your blood.
Right.
Same reason I make all my graphic novels. I keep making them, and they hardly ever sell except when I sell them at the comic convention, but that's not why I make them.
Right.
I have a career that I make a living. I do that because I'm an artist and I love doing it. It's for the love. So,
Right.
We don't make money on this podcast. We do it because we love creating, fun stuff.
We have fun doing it.
That too. But it's the creative side of us, though, that
Right.
we like to create. So, moving right along to the movie.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Start with.
I got it. Look at this. I got a lot of
A lot of
notes.
notes.
I do have a lot of notes. I went through.
I'll just chime in when I have something to say.
Sounds good. Okay.
But
So apparently, in the opening scene, the Lost Boys, which is Kiefer and his gang of vampires,
Right,
the four of them, they have an altercation with a member of this like surf Nazi gang, and is kicked off the boardwalk by the security guard. Later that night, the security guard is attacked from above, walking to his car. I love the "People Are Strange" intro. Also, right after that, they show like all these weirdos on the beach of Santa.
This town is like it's a high like missing. Everyone goes missing.
Yeah, there's tons of missing posters everywhere,
Right.
and it's supposed to be like the murder capital of the country or something.
Well, I'll talk about it later, but one of the
it's Santa.
lines in the end is like the funniest.
Oh, the
thing
grandpa's
ever.
line? Yeah, it's great.
Can I just say it? It's like, oh, the worst part about this town is those damn vampires, and it's just so funny because you're like, what? Like having him.
One thing about living in Santa Carla, I never could stomach all the damn vampires.
I think that's so funny.
Yeah.
You're just like,
great line. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was reading, and apparently I didn't actually read the book version of the Lost Boys.
I didn't know there was a book.
There was, and like I looked it up. I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind reading that. So I looked it up on Amazon. Like you can only get it used, and it's like a few $100s.
Really?
I guess it's a collectible now. But in the book version of it, the surf Nazi gang is flushed out a lot more in the novelization. So, yeah, the Emerson family, teenage Michael and his younger brother Sam, and their recently divorced mother Lucy moved to the seaside town of Santa Carla, California, which is actually Santa Cruz.
Oh, really?
That's where they filmed it.
oh, that's so cool.
To live with Lucy's eccentric father / grandpa.
Funny.
Yeah, grandpa.
The grandpa.
Yeah,
of
grandpa.
the boys.
Yeah. So Lucy takes a job at a video store owned by Max, who takes a romantic interest in her. At the local comic book store, Sam meets the Frog Brothers, Edgar and Alan, self-proclaimed vampire hunters who claim the undead have infested the town. So Sam's clothes are crazy 80s with the fur. It's
love the grandpa
so is Max's
so
Max's
much.
clothes too.
Max is not as bad, no?
Oh my god, when she first meets Max and he's in the
In
video
the video
store,
store.
his outfit is ridiculous.
Terrible.
It looks like something out of a music video. It's
Yeah.
absurd, especially because he's like an old man. He's like my age, and like,
Right.
what are you wearing, dude? It's horrible.
I love the grandpa. I think he's.
Oh, the
fact that
grandpa's
he's
great.
Eccentric makes him so funny.
I love his old fart fridge shelf. And
the old fart fridge shelf.
Yeah, when he goes into the fridge, he shows them this shit. There's one of the shelves. There's a little like wooden door that says "old fart" on it, and like behind it is all his root beers and his like chocolates or whatever.
That's so funny.
He's like,
Should
don't
have
go.
one of
He's
those.
like, don't go in that drawer. That's mine. That's mine. It's
Yeah.
great. I love it. So, and then his grandpa's got this like entire room of taxidermy animals and antlers
So
mounted.
weird. I was like.
Very
I was
eccentric
thinking
guy,
that,
yeah, for sure.
But he's funny.
So while Sam's in the comic shop meeting the Frog Brothers, the surf Nazis steal from the comic store. Then later that night, they get one of the surf Nazis and his girlfriend are in the car,
attacked, yeah,
and
by
they get
the
attacked
Lost
and
Boys.
murdered by the Lost Boys. I guess it was revenge from the
From
previous
the
night.
other night where we saw the
altercation
yeah.
on the Ferris wheel.
Boardwalk?
No, not Ferris wheel. Merry-go-round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're on the merry-go-round when it happens, and then so yeah, good stuff. And then you also see the wife of the security guard hanging missing posters of her husband.
Yes.
It's very
that
was
was
sad. It's very sad. I was like, I know it's just a movie.
It's a small detail, but I do remember.
It's a good detail though, yeah.
But it's like, I don't know.
So at the boardwalk, this part is like so famous. You have this big ponytailed, oiled up, muscled saxophone player with no shirt on. Even back then, I remember watching this as like a 13-year-old or whatever I was, and going, that's just super gay. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah, like, oh god. I don't know if gay is the right word. Like, and I don't even mean like homosexual. I just mean like super, just cheesy and like, oh god, like.
This movie is very cheesy.
It
Think
is. And that guy, that character is like parodied on SNL
really?
a few years back. John Hamm, the actor, plays a character called Sergio, and it's the same thing. He's got this long ponytail, no shirt on with suspenders, and he's got the saxophone, and he takes a rap playing it. It's hysterical. And then he looks at the camera and goes, Sergio. but he's clearly mocking this guy. Yeah, it's very funny. And the saxophone, in general, the saxophone is super 80s. That was so popular in the 80s.
This movie
not so much anymore.
It's like, I feel like they focus a lot on like the 80s kind of things. Yeah. Pop culture things of the 80s.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes it can take away a little bit from the story, but
yeah, I could easily see them rebooting this movie for modern times, and I think they could probably do a good job with it. The only thing I think that would be missing is Kiefer Sutherland, because he, for me, is like the face of this movie.
Is he your MVP?
100% my MVP.
Okay.
When I think Lost Boys, I just think of Kiefer Sutherland, and
Okay.
he's probably like, as far as his lines and dialogue, like number 4 or 5 down the roster of this flick. But
Like,
he's
amount
so
of
yeah, but he's so
Right, but like
when
the scenes he's in, when he's on screen,
you're looking at him.
So, yeah, exactly.
You're not looking at anybody else. You're looking at him. Yeah.
Yeah, he really is the best actor in this movie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's just got a good presence about him.
Yeah.
You know, and the good look. Kudos to the
He looks
to the
scary.
makeup director, the makeup artist, and the stylist.
Like a vampire.
And then when they actually do vamp out. I think I have a note in there saying, like, I love the vampire makeup in this movie.
Do you? Yeah, I think it looks
I
really,
think it's really
well.
good.
But I feel like I like that you can like tell he's a vampire when he's like human.
And so I know a lot of vampire movies, they try to make the vampires sexy. And I think in this one, to some degree, Joel Schumacher, who directed it, who is an openly homosexual man,
Right.
He does a really good job with this movie. And yes, he does to some degree make them look kind of sexy. I'm sure he's going for that sexy look when they're walking around the boardwalk and stuff. But the fact that he chose to go with the makeup that they went with, like Twilight went bye-bye. Now they look like monsters. Mm-hmm. They look like brutal killers.
Don't hate on Twilight. I love Twilight.
I'm just saying, like, they look, but that Twilight is very much sexifying the vampires. This is like a little bit when they're in human form, kind of, but when they turn into the vampires, it's no longer.
They're scary.
It's not sexy anymore. It's
vampires,
just straight up scary, and he portrays them for the monsters that they are.
Yeah.
And it's very gory. So kudos to you, Joel Schumacher. Schumacher, I think, is Shoemaker. Anyway, he also directed Batman Forever and Batman and Robin and a few other movies. Batman and Robin was terrible.
Never seen it.
Forever was okay, but he really dropped the ball with Batman and Robin, and his career kind of took a turn after that too. And so anyway, moving right along.
Michael meets Star.
Michael becomes drawn to Star.
She's so pretty.
You read it.
On the boardwalk, he notices Star spending time with David, the charismatic leader of a local gang that includes Paul, Dwayne, and Marco. Sensing Michael's interest in Star, David challenges him to keep up with them on their motorcycles, leading him into their hideout in a former luxury hotel buried during the 1906 San Francisco earthquake.
I gotta read my note here
Sure,
because,
go ahead.
all right, so this is one of the things I didn't like about the movie.
Okay.
What was Michael's motivation for following them? Like, he's into the girl Star, but then she gets on the back of David's bike. He basically says,
I don't know.
I mean, like, seriously. So Star was clearly attached to David, and there was a chance that his gang might beat him up.
But he really likes Star, and she kind of showed him interest, did she not?
She did.
She kind of gave him like a hint, like, hey, I'm into you too. And like, now that there's this big tough guy kind of like threatening him, he's like, oh, I'm going to show off.
But then
Star.
they have the motorcycle race, right? They almost kill him by tricking him to ride off the cliffs. And if he hadn't just like backed out at the very last end, he would have died. But yet he still follows them back to their lair. Why? These guys are trying to kill you, dude.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Why are you still following them? But why do you follow them to begin with? I'm sorry. I was that age. I was a male that age at one point. And if I like this girl, then I saw, oh wait, she's got this boyfriend, and he looks like a kind of a badass. She gets on the back of his bike. He's like, Star, where you going? And she leaves Michael, gets on the back of David's bike. David's got 3 buddies with him. They all look pretty tough. And yeah, you're just, I don't care how tough Michael thinks he is. You're not going to beat up 4 dudes.
He's a sucker for love.
Love of a girl he just met? Hasn't even talked to? I mean, give me a break.
No,
So
I
I didn't like
think it's
that.
ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, I know they had
but-
to do something to get the movie going and
Right.
to get him involved with them, but I just thought I probably could have been a more realistic way to do it.
Okay, I agree with you. I think you're right.
Guys, this is Duke.
Yeah.
He's our little security guy, our tough guy.
Not really. He gets scared at everything.
Yeah, no, he's a teacup chihuahua. There's nothing scary about him, but he doesn't know that. He thinks he's tough. So anyway, at the lair, if you will, it's a 1906 San Francisco earthquake hotel that was like.
No, it was a
swallowed-
hotel that was buried
Buried,
during the
yeah,
earthquake.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Um,
There, David manipulates Michael's perception, making his food appear as maggots or worms before offering him a bottle of red liquid.
so he thinks this is some wine, right?
Yeah.
Although Star warns him that it contains blood, Michael drinks. David's gang then leads him to a railway bridge where they hang suspended over a vast drop. Each member eventually letting go and disappearing into the fog. Go ahead, you want to read
So yeah, there was one thing, it even bothered me back then, because I was about Corey Haim's age when this came out, maybe a year or two younger, but I was about the age of his character.
Okay.
In his bedroom, right? Okay, at first you see like a big poster of Molly Ringwald from 16 Candles. And it totally
Makes
normal,
sense.
makes sense. Then he gets up and he goes, and on his closet door is a poster of Rob Lowe. And it's not just like Rob,
I
it's like,
love Rob
but it's
Lowe.
Rob Lowe leaning up against the wall with his shirt like up, like he's showing his stomach in a very sexy way.
It's
And I'm
like
like,
inspiration.
I guess, or maybe he's
not gay.
I didn't say gay, maybe-
The character didn't feel gay to me.
He didn't. You're right. He didn't. But I'm like, why? No, and you're right. Corey Haim's character did not, even though he's dressed like, like a clown, like the clothes are so wild. But it was like, that was 80s. Exactly.
yeah.
No, you're right. The character did not seem gay. But I'm thinking,
No,
like,
it was
was
like-
did
like
the director
a-
do that on purpose to try to get you to think, since he was an openly gay man? Like,
I mean, maybe.
so there's a lot
But
of.
I would
yeah.
just assume, like, oh, like, he's looking up to him. You
Yeah,
know?
so
and, like,
I was
sure, like, the picture is, like, a little bit, I don't know.
I was reading on Reddit. There was
Odd.
like a couple of theories. One theory was originally Sam was supposed to be a little sister, not him, and that they had already decorated the room, and they just didn't change the
Right.
room, and so it was supposed to be a girl's room.
Okay.
I don't think that's legit.
Not a bad theory.
And then another theory was that the director wanted his character to be like bisexual or gay, and that was just dropping little hints. I think it's probably neither. I don't know. I think it was just bad set direction. It's bad set. Whoever dressed up the room wasn't thinking straight.
Right.
I'm like,
They
but-
didn't really think in the
but yeah,
perspective
like-
of a teenage boy.
Yeah, like I had pictures of skateboarders from Thrasher magazine all over my room, and my buddy Alex had pictures of Kelly Slater and other surfers all over his room because he was into surfing, and we both skated together, but he was more into surfing.
Yeah.
But like that's the kind of stuff boys dress their room up with, not sexy pictures of Rob Lowe. Even if you want to look like him, you don't hang it on your bedroom wall. It's like, okay. But anyway, just to
I
throw
would
that out
love
there.
A picture of Rob Lowe in my room.
I'm sure you would.
I have a
I had a
wallpaper.
friend. I've mentioned her multiple times on this, Mary McCulloch, because I grew up with her across the street from her for years. My whole childhood.
wallpaper.
And on her bedroom wall, she had pictures of boys from
There's
like
my
those
Rob Lowe.
Teen Beat magazines, Duran Duran and stuff
makes
like
sense.
that. Yeah.
That's what girls did.
Yes, but Corey Haim's character has a picture of Rob Lowe. I'm like, really? That doesn't jive. Anyway,
Yeah. I don't know.
just bringing it up because it's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then Michael is, they're hanging, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all let go and they disappear. He's unable to hold on. He falls and he inexplicably lands safely in his bed, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this scene was a little weird for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't bad. I just.
I think this character Michael must really be desperate for friends to go through all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, good
I mean,
lord.
I don't
He's
know.
risking
But,
his
like,
life over and over again just to hang out
I
with a bunch
get
of
he's
guys
like
who just met.
intrigued by this like gang, but like everything about them is like throwing red flags in your face
Yeah.
and like it seems like there's like terrible people to you, and you're like hanging out with them. Like I don't know, it's very odd.
Agreed, and that's why.
Kind of sad.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
me that's why it's not a name.
Yeah.
So.
Then he begins to change.
Yeah,
You know?
So Michael's he gets his ear pierced on the boardwalk. He's got this dangling earring, and Sam tells him, "Michael, lose the earring. It's not you, right?" And then I noticed.
Did he only get one pierce?
Yeah, that was a thing back then.
Really?
I had one earring pierced too.
Like nowadays, that's like gay.
Well, back then it was like if
Well,
I
okay,
recall
wait. If it's
correctly,
the left one,
Yeah.
then you're gay. If it's the left one, you're
straight, and if it's the right one, you're gay. And
that's still a thing.
That's what it was when I was a kid too. And I had my left ear pierced also when I was about that age. And then eventually, when I got to be my early 20s, I had both of them pierced. I had like 10 gauge hoops through my ears. Yeah. Which is that's thick, but it's not like, it wasn't like a spool, you know. It wasn't like stretched out, but it was pretty thick bars. But anyway, but Sam has an earring on. So why is he telling his brother lose the earring? His older brother at that lose the earring. Michael.
He didn't say it doesn't look bad. He just said it's not you.
Yeah, I guess.
So,
well, like, all right. Seems a little.
I know what you're saying. It's odd. It's like, why do you care? You're wearing an earring too.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
All right.
Well, you know, we did say like
maybe because Michael's earring was dangling.
Right. Like Sam might be gay, but we know Michael's not. So he's like, you know, Sam's wearing an earring, but he's like, Michael, like.
Lose the earring.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
not gay like me.
You're not gay like me. Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't know. Just like that.
Maybe.
So, after this whole night, Michael begins to change. He becomes sensitive to light. He finds some food revolting, and notices his reflection is fading. He develops a craving for blood and nearly attacks Sam. But Sam's dog,
Nanook, yeah. I love that dog.
It's a good name.
Yeah. And Nanook.
What does that mean?
Nanook
Intervenes and stops him from attacking Sam.
Nanook intervenes. It means like he gets.
He stops him from attacking Sam.
Yeah. But he attacks Michael because he senses Michael's. You know.
Who takes baths?
Yeah.
You're so mean.
No, I put in my notes. Who takes baths at 16 or whatever, however age Sam's character is supposed to be? I thought they were supposed to be like 16 and 21, but then the mom keeps making references to Michael about when school starts, this is all going to stop.
Why would he be 21?
Because he looks 21, and Corey Haim was 16. They were 16 and 21 when they filmed this, so they never actually say their ages.
It's probably like 18 or something.
I guess it's probably supposed to be 18, and the other one's like 14, maybe. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But even at 14, like, who takes? I didn't take a bath at 14. I think I took a bath until, and once I was in double digits, that was over. But anyway, I guess every family's different.
Wow.
When Sam gets into the bed with his mom, keep reading. We didn't get to that part yet.
Sam agrees to help Michael and deduces that he is turning into a vampire. Which is like, duh. His transformation will only be complete if he feeds on human blood, and it may be reversible if they kill the head vampire, who they think is Max.
Yes, they do.
They think it's Max.
Yeah.
We think it's Max too in the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't know.
But when Corey Haim is like, he's scared, so he's like, Mom, can I sleep with you tonight? And she's like, oh, you haven't asked to do that in a while, but yeah, okay, sure. And he's got this big bathrobe on, right? And under the bathrobe, she's like, what smells like garlic? He's got a garlic necklace on, but it's like these big, full cloves of garlic.
Yeah.
I'm like, who has that kind of garlic laying around the house? Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
So.
It's a movie.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sam, Edgar, and Alan suspect Max is the head vampire. But after Max is invited to dinner at Lucy's house, they notice he has a reflection and has no reaction to garlic or holy water.
And why was that? Do you remember?
Because he's not the head vampire. Isn't it? Wait. Well,
because right before he came in, he knocked on the door. Michael answered
they let
it,
him in.
and he said, well, you're the man of the house. I'm not going to come in until you invite me.
Because he invited him in.
Yes.
So
normally vampire lore is they can't even come in unless they're
you're invited.
But in this one, they can come in because the Lost Boys came in.
But it doesn't affect them.
But exactly. But if you get invited in, you'll have a reflection. Garlic won't bother you. Holy water won't bother you. All that stuff. Yeah.
Okay, got it. What about like a wooden?
I don't know.
So, David and his gang attempt to push Michael into killing by revealing their true monstrous faces and demonstrating their ability to fly as they murder a group of partygoers.
The surf Nazis, which is the rest of the surf Nazis.
Okay.
Yeah, they're like surf Nazis. They call them in the book.
I don't know why I call them that.
Yeah, it's like that was a big thing in the 80s. Like remember Point Break?
Yes.
The gang that he gets into a fight with, they're like they're surf Nazis too.
But they're not called that, are they?
They're pretty much, that's like a thing that they call, like when they're basically like, they're surfers, but they dress like punks and they act like punks.
Yeah.
They're like called surf Nazis. That's like a
Okay.
nickname for them. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, there's like the surfers who are like, yeah man, peace, hang ten, right, bro. And then there's like the surf Nazis, like who are just like jerks.
Yeah. So Michael resists his temptation to feed, because he's not trying to become a full vampire. You have a thing here.
Yes.
Great monster makeup. Oh yeah, we already said that.
Yeah,
Really
and then I was just saying that was a brutal scene when they killed the surf Nazis.
It was,
I
don't know.
Brutal. I loved it.
It really showed you how
Yeah.
these are like monsters.
Yes.
They're not to be messed with.
Yeah. These guys aren't sexy. They're straight up killers, and I like that Joel Schumacher does that. He shows that no. They may be good looking kids and they may dress cool, but these guys are straight up monsters. Yeah, and that's cool. Yeah, good. Let's not make murder sexy.
Right.
So she admits to David. Were you here?
Right now, later.
Okay. So later, Star confides in Michael that Laddie, the younger member of the gang,
Isn't it her little brother?
It's not her little brother.
What?
I don't think so.
She
treats him like the little brother, but I don't think it actually is. And she are actually only partly transformed. They're like half of vampires.
So is Michael.
So because they too have refused to kill. So it's only once you make your first kill.
When you taste human blood.
No, make your first kill, because they all drink David's blood, and that's what turned them into a half vampire. But you don't become a full vampire until you make your first kill.
Oh, okay.
So she admits that David wanted her to kill Michael to complete her transformation. Determined to save her, Michael leads Sam and the Frog Brothers to the gang's lair during the day while the vampires are sleeping. And I just made a note. When they're going through that lair, they're making way too much noise in the lair.
Them to be
they're
safe
yelling.
sleeping.
They're like yelling at each other, like, no, over there, ew, yeah, vampires.
Way
I'm like, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
I mean, would you really be screaming like that if you thought you were entering a vampire's
walked
lair?
Into a monster's
You would be
house.
tiptoeing in there and whispering. So that part kind of bugged me too. But yeah, there they are, and then they actually stake and kill Marco. I love that they're hanging like bats and that they fly.
Yeah.
Like it's a great version of a vampire. Not all vampires are like that. That's actually the more Bram Stoker original vampire. He turned into a bat.
Some versions of vampires don't sleep at all.
No, they don't turn into bats, or they sleep in coffins. But yeah, no, these guys are like bats, and so Marco just spills all this vampire blood all over them. They get covered in blood. They start screaming. They panic, and it wakens up the other vampires. The boys narrowly escape with Star and Laddie as David vows to hunt them down that night. And I said I love David's reaction to his hand getting burned. And he even cries a pain of tear. Like when he's like grabbing Sam's foot and he's trying to stop him from getting out, and the other guys are pulling Sam out of the cave, and his hand gets to the sunlight hits, and he's like, ah! It's on fire, and they show Kiefer's face, and he's like angry but in pain, and
he's crying.
Tears are dripping down his eyes.
Yeah.
Like, God, this guy can act.
Yeah.
He's good. He's so good. I was very impressed with Kiefer Sutherland in this movie. Obviously, I keep saying it.
Yeah. Michael, Sam, and the Frog Brothers prepare for the gang's impending assault, arming themselves with holy water, a longbow, and stakes. As night falls, David's gang breaks into the Emerson home. In the ensuing fight, Sam, Nanook, and the Frog Brothers kill Paul and Dwayne, while Michael takes on David.
Each kill is really cool.
I like that they're different.
Yes, I do too.
And it's not like one person who's like killing them
great
all.
death scenes. The exploding tub.
Right.
And
I like they're so unique.
The Frog Brothers are like, they squirt him with the water gun, and it doesn't do much. The guys are coming after him, but Nanook saves them both. The dog jumps up and pushes the vampire.
That was a really good part. I really appreciate how they gave him this hero.
Yeah, the dog. Yeah, it was great. The dog jumps up, pushes, because first he protects his Sam from Michael, and then he protects the Frog Brothers from this other vampire and pushes the vampire into the tub and kills him.
Yeah.
And I love when, and then Corey Haim kills the other guy, and he shoots that bow and arrow at him twice. The first time he misses, the second time he gets him, and it stakes into the stereo, and the stereo comes on, and INXS starts playing, and he says, "Death by stereo." It's just kind of lame, but it's still cheesy, but it's fun. And then the Frog Brothers and him get up, and he's like, "I just staked one right there." And the Frog Brothers are like, "Yeah, we got one too." And then they look at each other like, "Well, Nanook helped." Like,
Nanook saved you, yeah.
Exactly. And then Michael and David face off, and then Michael kills David.
Right,
He
then
pushes him through the antlers on the wall and kills him. And then when Max comes with the mom, and they're like, "Oh my God, the house is trash. What's going on?" She's all confused, and he knows what's going on. He doesn't look confused at all because he is the head vampire.
Well, they thought when they were like shocked when David died. They're like, "Wait,
we still feel the same.
Exactly.
We haven't changed." So I noticed one little detail that I thought was not great. So when David first dies, his face changes from like the monster vampire face to just normal, and he's still got the 5 o'clock shadow going on.
Okay.
And then when Max walks up to him and grabs his face and turns his head, he's clean shaven. Why is he clean shaven?
Really? I didn't notice that.
When a vampire dies, like they lose their facial hair too. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Really?
The top of his hair is still there. Yeah. I don't know if it was intentional or what, but yeah. So the stubble's gone. So anyway.
Okay.
Spotting David's like his body.
I like this twist. It was
Max confesses that he is the head vampire. He reveals that he passed the boys' earlier vampire test because he had been invited into their home, making him immune to those vulnerabilities. Max explains his desire to create a vampire family, and he ordered David to turn Michael and Sam to compel Lucy to join the family as mother to the boys. To save Sam from being killed on the spot by Max, Lucy agrees to Max's demands. And I love Corey Feldman's comment on this. He goes, "Your boys and my boys." And Corey Feldman goes, "Great, the blood-sucking Brady Bunch." Love it. Great line. Love that line. And so, but right before he bites Lucy's neck, you hear a honk of the horn. And it's Grandpa crashes through the wall in his truck,
and luckily,
impaling Max with a large wooden fence post and causing him to explode. So Grandpa is the hero. He kills the head vampire. And with Max's death, Michael, Star, and Laddie revert to normal. And then Grandpa quips.
With this such a good line. One thing about living in Santa Carla, I never could stomach. All the damn vampires.
Yeah.
So good.
And I love that I love the kooky, eccentric side character of Grandpa, that he kills the head vampire and saves the day.
He's the one that really did.
Yeah. Because he's just kind of a side character through the whole thing, and you're just kind of like, oh, silly Grandpa. He's using Windex as aftershave, and he does taxidermy, and he's weird, and he dresses funny.
He's the one who
saves the day. Yeah. So, kudos. And I think it's time for fun facts.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. I would love you to kick it off.
Okay. Santa Cruz, standing in for the fictional town of Santa Carla, was once plagued with a reputation of being the murder capital of the world because of a series of very brutal murders by three disturbed men in the early 1970s. Because of John Lindsay Frazier, Herbert Mullen, and Ed Kemper, Santa Cruz endured 28 murders over a 30-month period in between 1970 and 1973. Wow. So, did that affect why they filmed it in Santa Cruz or no?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, that just seems like a good place to film it.
Right, but I wonder.
It's supposed to be a seaside beach town,
if they took an inspiration from that,
perhaps.
Or maybe that's why it was filmed there or something.
You don't know.
This was Corey Haim and Corey Feldman's first film together, which marked the start of a popular 80s trend of the two Coreys, where Feldman and Haim starred together in a number of teenage films. Corey Haim jammed with his co-stars between takes and enjoyed the large prop rooms. Excluded from the nightly parties held by the older actors, he bonded with Corey Feldman as they stayed in a hotel watching movies and visiting the local arcade. In the documentary, which I didn't know was made, Blood-Sucking Cinema, Corey Haim said that all the other blood had glitter in it to give it a shimmering effect and was slimier than other fake blood.
Corey Haim later characterized his experience on the shoot as one of the greatest personal times in my life. Oh, that's nice. Timmy Capello, as the oiled-up saxophone player on the dock, made a name for himself by playing in the touring band of Tina Turner during the spectacular comeback tours of the mid-1980s. 2 years before he did this film, he also appeared in Turner's video for One of the Living, one of the 2 songs she recorded for the movie Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Several thousand local residents answered the casting call for family types, street people, punks, surfers, roller skaters, and one brain-dead hippie. Some 2,000 of the applicants were signed for several nights' work on what was the largest film production ever brought to that area at the time.
I like that they use like locals.
For sure. Like Jaws.
Yes, yeah.
Corey Feldman, who played Edgar Frog, almost wasn't in the movie. At the time, Corey struggled with drug abuse at a young age.
He was 16.
And showed up to work down from a cocaine binge. Director Joel Schumacher was very upset with Corey and that he kept dozing off and wasn't unable to keep filming, so he fired him. But then he hired him back the next day after Corey apologized and swore to come to work prepared from then on, which he did.
It's so sad that like from that young age, I'm about to be 16 and I like can't imagine
Drew Barrymore was like drinking at 9 and doing drugs and they're like.
Drew Barrymore?
From E.T.
Are we talking about the same person?
E.T., Firestarter, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a change.
She went through rehab at like 15 or something, like 14, 15. Like,
poor girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I love her though. She's like has a talk show now. She's like the sweetest person ever.
No, for sure. I'm like, it doesn't make you a bad person.
No,
it's just
no.
These
Just
poor
the
kids,
environment you grow up in.
Yeah, exactly. It's their environment in Hollywood.
Yeah. Jason Patrick, who played who?
That's Michael. Okay. Yeah, the main character.
Wasn't keen on playing. Oh, I kept reading. I would have known. Playing the role of Michael, as he didn't want to be in a vampire movie wearing fangs and flying around. It took several meetings with the director Joel Schumacher, who eventually persuaded him to be the lead character. According to the writers, the name of Lucy was chosen to reflect Lucy Westenra from the Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yes, that makes sense. Yeah, Lucy is.
That makes sense.
Because Lucy is the girl that Dracula wants.
Oh,
and is trying
the
to seduce.
mask?
Yeah. No, well, it's one of the girls. There's Lucy, and then there's Mina. But anyway, okay.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Kiefer Sutherland was originally reluctant to star in the film until he heard that Joel Schumacher had lined up INXS and Jimmy Barnes to sing some of the songs on the soundtrack. Kiefer had spent the summer in Australia when he was a child and became fans of their music. There's a great duo between INXS and Jimmy Barnes called Good Times, which I still listen to this day. It's on one of my YouTube playlists. It's a great song. This movie invented the phrase "vamp out," which had passed into common usage on the TV series Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh.
Remember when you were a little kid and I used to watch Buffy, and sometimes you'd want to watch it with me? And what did I always say to you?
Buffy's better than Barbie.
Yes. I said Buffy's better than Barbie because Buffy kicks butt. I said butt back then. You were still pretty little.
You did?
Yeah. I did. I said because Buffy kicks butt.
Okay.
I did. I'm not just saying that for the camera. I really did say that. I remember. I'm sure I probably wanted to say the other word, but anyway. Here we go. In the Cave of the Lost Boys, you can see a poster of Jim Morrison, who recorded the original version of People Are Strange with the Doors. Also, when Star and Laddie are being carried into Sam's room, you can see a poster of Echo and the Bunnymen, who recorded the version used in the movie. Oh, okay, that probably didn't know. In Max's video store, you can see a single copy of The Goonies, which also starred Corey Feldman.
Love that.
I love that too. Yeah.
Two men can be seen playing the pinball in the second time Sam visits the comic shop. The guy with the facial hair is Joe Ferrara II, who actually owned the comic shop Atlantis Fantasy World. The comic shop has now moved location, but it's still owned by Joe. Alright.
All right.
The film is titled after the companions of J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan, who remained forever young.
Yes. That makes perfect sense.
The name of the Frog Brothers, Edgar and Allan, are a reference to Edgar Allan Poe, who is a well-known writer of horror fiction, which I am a huge fan. I love Edgar Allan Poe. I love Edgar Allan Poe. I'm not a big fan of like poetry.
I have his
I
bobblehead.
really love him. He's
I
great.
have his bobblehead. Yeah, it's right there next to Mark Twain and a few other writers and artists that I have bobbleheads of. Yeah.
The Telltale Heart has my heart. Yeah. One of the most memorable scenes in the movie was actually filmed outside of Santa Cruz in Santa Clarita, 5 hours south. The Iron Horse Trailhead trestle bridge that the vampires hang from in the film is located off Interstate 5 on the Magic Mountain Parkway, about 40 miles north of Los Angeles. The bridge now features a pedestrian walkway for fans or people who would prefer to cross over it instead of hanging underneath.
Cool. All right, Kiefer Sutherland's role as David, being one of the lead cast members, had the fewest lines amongst all the leading and supporting cast members. At the same time, he had the most dialogue amongst the 4 vampires in Lost Boys. Yeah, that's for sure. In the dinner with Max and the Frog Brothers, Alan Frog puts out candles with his fingers, but nobody told the actor that he had to wet his fingers first, so he ended up getting burnt. In later takes, he dips his hands in a basin of water before putting out the candles.
What a dumb.
Yeah. Executive producer Richard Donner originally intended to direct the movie himself, but as production languished, he moved on to Lethal Weapon, also from 1987, and eventually hired Joel Schumacher for the job. This is the second film that Corey Feldman starred in with Kiefer Sutherland. They were both in Stand By Me together as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were back to back from '86 and '87. I think we're about done because I want to keep. We were going to try to keep this like at about an hour or just over. I know we went almost an hour and a half with Star Wars.
Yeah. Because we really love that movie. We had a lot to say
Yeah,
about
but
it,
I think some of the feedback I've been getting from our friends are like, maybe an hour's enough. Like, don't stretch it too long. Yeah. So there you go.
We'll cut it,
Yeah, we'll cut it. We'll just do one more real quick. Jim Carrey was considered for the role of David. He previously portrayed a vampire in the film Once Bitten. That would have killed it. I mean, there's nothing scary about Jim Carrey.
No, he's just funny.
Great comedic actor. A great dramatic actor too, actually. But as like the lead villain,
vampire? No.
Not a chance. No way. So we are going to continue with our fun, spooky Oktoberfest with another movie next week. And that movie is going to be the 1984 classic Ghostbusters. Who are you going to call? Ghostbusters. So we're so happy that you tuned in, and we want to thank you for continuing to tune in. If you haven't done it already, please subscribe.
Share, comment.
Yeah, all that stuff,
things.
but especially subscribe. This way you'll get the notifications whenever we have a new
video up.
Yeah. So
this has been Rewind Gen X podcast with Matt and Allie.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Allie.
God bless.